In this quick video, I'm going over what's happening with my Roblox projects, starting with a big announcement for Criminal Empire. So Criminal Empire is still not really finished, and I want to change that since it's been the longest game in development so far for me. And I feel like the past 2 years would have been a waste if I don't finish the game at this point. The reason why I haven't finished it yet is due to mainly a lack of support and poor updates. For example, locking my game to those aged 16 and older, which is very unnecessary and demotivated me for quite some time, to be honest. However, I would like to say that the 1.0 update is in development, and it has been in the works for just over a week now. Here's the plan I've shared in my Discord. There are 2 parts to the plan, with the first part being pretty much confirmed for the release, which should be on August 30th. And the second part is what may be added on top of the first part if I have the time and energy, but not guaranteed. This may not be popular with everybody, but I will be removing objectives from the game, and it will now be more like standard killing floor, for example, where you jump into a game and start shooting the waves of bad guys rather than having to worry about objectives, which are honestly bugged and difficult to complete for players. Another reason why objectives are being removed is to make it easier to maintain the game and to onboard new players easier. Next, I want to improve the AI again. I actually want to make the AI good this time round, and with that I reckon I'm going to have to remove some large changes that I made to the AI, such as removing human noise, which was to improve performance, but this also made the AI a lot harder to work on and fix. Speaking of fixing bugs is also a very major thing for this update, because every time I play I still experience loads of bugs and I see loads of errors in the game's analytics page. I'll also be going over a lot of the codes, because for optimization I tried to get away with not doing a lot of things which I maybe should have done to avoid bugs in the first place. Next, I want to emphasize the law, because right now I don't think that it's very clear that the robots are controlled by a corrupt AI government / police force. So I'll try to see what I can do here, for example propaganda posters, radios, things like that. I want to add a tutorial, because there is none right now. I also want to add a new lobby map, because if you check the map right now it sucks. So it will be expanded and improved. Now the next part is potential and may or may not be added. So the first thing is optional objectives. I don't think objectives should completely go, but instead they should be small and optional and provide bonus rewards such as extra cash or XP. For example, tear down propaganda posters. I want to add new weapons and weapon types, as right now there's a lack of certain weapon types, including snipers, shotguns, RPGs, grenades, revolvers, burst rifles and more. I doubt I'll be able to cover all of these, but I reckon I could try to at least add a shotgun. I also think it'd be fun to add the first proper weapons I made in Roblox back in Restored Alpha, which are the AWP, FAMAS, and Beretta. Next thing I want to add is an empire system, and it'd be ideal if I can add this because, you know, it's in the name of the game. Basically, this is a small tycoon type system within the main menu which generates you passive income offline and may also be used for player upgrades such as more health and speed, etc. If this new map does get added, I plan for it to be a jewellery store, because someone I know wants that to be added in the game. It'd be cool to see that. And I'd say it may be smaller than Corner Bank, but it will be larger than Nexi Point. The only reason why this may not be added is because the last time I made a map it took forever. And that was Nexi Point, and it was a very small map. The only reason why Corner Bank exists is because it's the very first map, and I've been continuously working on it for the past 2 years. Expanding it, improving it, stuff like that. I may also want to do lobby map extras, just so the map isn't so boring. What I mean is like leaderboards, weapon testing areas, hobbies, etc. If Criminal Empire receives support in the form of visits, likes or favourites, then I could do further updates such as version 1.1, which will bring in leftover potential changes and more content. Since a couple days ago, my horror game, Chatterbox, has been made public again after quite some time. It was unavailable because Roblox deemed it as a social hangout. I have also made an older game, made private for a similar reason, called Vibe Check the Experience. It is a horror game, it's very old, I made it a very long time ago. I don't suggest you play it, to be honest, it's kind of boring. Something else that I've done recently is that I've made an archives place on my profile which contains teleports to all my older games as well as release dates. And if you didn't know, all these games except from Criminal Empire are all copy locked as well. This place is very bare bones and I made it in under an hour. Just so it's easier to access my older games if you're not in the Discord. And I could add more info to the games and add more things to do, but I could spend my time doing other things. Unless people enjoy this place a lot, in which maybe I could make it look a bit nicer. Now I've had the rather ambitious idea of going back to almost every Roblox game I made and creating an enhanced edition sort of update, in which each game may receive gameplay improvements, graphics improvements, performance improvements, and bug fixes. Mainly by bringing in things from my more recent games, to be honest. But don't worry, I'm not gonna turn the games into some sort of Frankenstein. And again, as I said in my last video, I may also do a Roblox port of Wacky Weapons if you want to see that. So let me know in the comments, but keep in mind these enhanced edition updates won't happen until after both Wacky Weapons and Criminal Empire have had more development time, and only if people say they like the idea. I know this is a Roblox video, but about Wacky Weapons, I have started devlog 2, I've got some footage recorded, and there has been more progress on the game. However, the video is nowhere near done and may take a little while. I don't think it'll take as long as the first video, so that took a month. Thank you for watching, stay tuned for the next video, I'll be sure to read your comments, like, subscribe, see you next time.